You're not up.
This is how I always do the thing when we're in here.
Yeah, with a blanket.
Yeah, I've added a touch to that.
The blanket's going to make you more comfortable, which isn't going to make you sharp.
No.
I need you to be razor sharp.
That's not true at all. It's going to... The blanket will ease my mind.
No, ease your mind of what? What stresses are you under?
Many stresses. Many stresses, Greg.
I don't know.
Yes.
What? What stress for the Rad Dudecast are you under? It's a beautiful day out.
It's a beautiful day. This Iran deal.
We're out of the Iran deal.
That's what they say, but, what else am I stressed about? Baseball season right around the corner.
It's over.
Not.
Then I don't know anything.
Yeah, but they're going to have another one next year. And so I'm worried about that, you know? And then you got the Overlord movie that's coming out.
What Overlord movie?
You know Overlord.
No, I don't.
You call yourself a comic book guy. Overlord.
Don't you say it louder.
Okay.
It's not that my ears aren't getting it.
Overlord, the story of Overlord is that, years ago, this is an old Marvel comic.
Yeah.
It started off, it was called The Lords.
Uh-huh.
So you had the Lord, which is the one Lord, and then you had the Overlord.
Wait a minute. There is a movie called Overlord coming out in 2018.
See? There you go. So you had the Lords. I'm trying to tell you this.
Wait, what?
Hey, man, come on. Talking to you here, pal.
Yeah.
You got the Lords, you had the Overlord, you had the Underlord, and then the Over and Underlord would keep the balance for the Lord because they were all symbiotic. And then the Underlord goes away. He breaks from the faction, so that makes the Lord sick. So then the Overlord has to get the Underlord back on board so that way there's homeostasis within the galaxies.
I was paying attention. Every word you said.
Then what happened?
Every word you said went in, and I registered, I checked it in.
Okay.
And I still have no idea what you were talking about.
All right, so
don't do it again.
Okay, I'll tell you again.
There's an Overlord, and then a homeostasis, and then there's an Underlord, and then to keep it.
Well, you got a couple words, sure. But did you? I don't know that you got it all.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
I only believe in one Overlord, and I think you know who that Overlord is.
Michael Jordan.
The Source.
The Source.
The one true
God.
Yeah. The Source.
Espacioso. Yeah, I mean, that guy had a special, that's what we were saying last night. That guy, everything aligned for me.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain?
Well, we saw a gay man on the train.
Yeah.
Who,
I would say, I don't even know that he was gay.
Yeah, I don't know if sex is a thing for him.
Yeah.
Feminine?
A feminine, sure.
A feminine?
Okay.
He was doing karate.
He's doing karate.
The whole time through.
And I would be hard-pressed to say that was even karate.
It wasn't karate. It was
borderline raving.
Raven?
Raving. Like the stuff?
But he kept saying the word dojo. I go to the dojo.
That's true. He did kept bringing up the dojo.
And I busted everyone up. No classes. I don't need no classes. Remember he said that? He went, I don't need no classes.
Yeah.
Busted everybody up in the first dojo. And then he was doing probably offensive Asian moves.
Yeah.
Or karate moves.
They're Asian hand motions.
Yeah. But they said, I ain't here to hurt nobody.
Hey, but he was explicit about that. He wasn't here to hurt nobody. And he wasn't asking for money.
No.
So he really didn't have a purpose in terms of financial gain.
No.
And then he also didn't have a purpose in terms of he wasn't putting on a show.
No.
I really think he was too, I thought, put together to be like, oh, this is a lunatic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He was on drugs, I think.
I think he might have been on drugs.
But
I think
connected to the source.
Yeah. I think his third eye was just open.
Yeah. He was awake.
Yeah. He did. The thing that got me about him was he had a cell phone clip on his belt.
Which is an old move. Yeah, no one's doing that.
So that struck me as odd.
You work at Verizon. You're doing
right. Yeah, Robert Tino always had that old joke about something about owning a tiling company.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was weird. And then he kept talking about the source.
The source, the one true God. And then he told us how we didn't know about
fun.
anything.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know.
Y'all don't know about Orion's belt.
Y'all don't know about Orion's belt.
Y'all don't know about Orion. Y'all don't know about Christmas treats. But he
had three.
Yeah, he had three.
Orion's belt,
and then
Gaia,
Gaia.
Y'all don't know about Gaia?
Y'all don't know about Gaia.
Y'all live on Earth, but y'all don't know her name.
Yeah, and that was the other thing, too. It's like, I don't know, man.
See, you're getting into it. You're sitting up because you know that's how it has to be done.
Yeah, but I like to go from a laying position to a sitting position.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, I don't know, man, 50-50. Most people probably... You're not saying anything that's, anything groundbreaking. 50-50 people know about Orion's Belt and Gaia. Also, and I don't know that you know about it. You just brought them up, but you didn't explain them.
Also, Earth doesn't care about its name. Mm-hmm. Earth isn't like, these motherfuckers ain't calling me by the name they gave me, Gaia.
Right.
It didn't give it.
See, but that's the thing. That's small town thinking on your part.
Maybe. I'm not awake.
He is seeing in these other dimensions.
Yeah.
He's seeing... so Earth is a lady.
Earth is a lady.
Earth is a lady.
And then who's the man?
Huh?
That's the thing that always bothers me.
Uh-huh.
Earth is a woman. Okay, well, to have a woman, you have to have the opposite.
Father Time.
So Earth
Mother Nature and Father Time, and they're together.
And is Mother Nature Earth?
Yes.
Oh, Mother Nature is Earth.
Mother Nature is Earth.
I thought Mother Nature was above Earth.
Now, well, I
like
don't know where
it's the grass.
But
the physical Earth, you're saying, is Mother Nature.
That's Mother Nature.
So when aliens come here, we're going to go land on Mother Nature.
We're going to land on her. Yep.
Or if you're on Mars and something grows there, is that also Mother Nature?
It's a different Mother Nature, her sister.
Well, then also on Mars is time a different Father Time.
Yep.
So there's multiple Father Times.
Yeah. I thought James was dying.
Yes. Yeah, he's
so there's two. Yeah, there's all kinds of Father Times and there's all kind of Mother Natures. Yeah. But I'll say this: it's always a man and a woman.
Oh yeah,
that's how it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be, of course. Mm-hmm. Did you see these people were actually mad about this Playboy?
No, what's that about?
So there's a transgender woman on the cover of Playboy.
Oh, yeah?
Who is hot.
Sure.
And I'm not just saying that because...
Right. You're being progressive.
I'm not playing a sexual man right now.
Right.
I didn't see the dick. I saw the picture, went, that's a hot chick.
Yeah.
And then when she's transgender, and I went, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh.
You're talking to me now. Let's test the boundaries. I like this because now everyone else in America is having to test the boundaries that I like to ride on.
Right.
What will you like?
Right.
But there was a bunch of people, because I'm in the action figure community.
Yeah.
These people were like, yo, my man's over here, loves that dick. Like, just everyone's be like, get that shit out of here. Like, really freaking out.
Uh-huh.
Let me read you some quotes. Do you mind? I'll read you some quotes.
Read me some quotes.
Because I unfriended all of these people because they were just fucking idiots. What is it? They're just like, oh, you probably bought every copy. I couldn't. You ordered all them. Wouldn't you fuck me? I'd fuck. Wait, would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. All right, they get
might
weird
be a
too.
different
Good for
group
them.
that
Good
you're
for those guys. But they were just all being mad homophobic about this.
Right.
How do you feel about Playboy? Because Jenna Jameson also came out and said that she's mad about it. Because Jenna Jameson, I should do a sexual news segment where I do all the news on sex.
Yeah.
Jenna Jameson came out and she said, "Well, no, she doesn't. It's fucked up because Playboy is like for a men magazine,
right?
They don't put. I guess I don't really know what she was really saying.
Is she saying that this is taking work away from women because women are in these magazines?
No,
and this is not a
woman.
Woman.
So, but that's a very bold. That's a statement that could be made.
Yeah,
by you.
I'm not making it. I'm just saying. Is that ground? I'm just trying to ask if that's like grounds for her argument.
I don't think so, but I will also say this: like, you know what? There's not much work for transgender people. There's not much place for them.
Mm-hmm.
If you're found out pretty much anything, people freak.
Yeah.
I can read this. Jen Jameson hits out a first trend that celebrity Jameson. Oh God, sometimes I'm not good. Celebrity. This is why I'm not going to be good on radio. Big Brother's Jenna Jameson hits out at Playboy's first transgender playmate. What's that mean? Hits out at? Hits out at?
I don't know. Hits out at. I never heard that as an expression. Lashes out.
Ines Ra. You want to see her? Her name is Inez Ra.
Okay.
Let's see if we could get a pic of her. I'd like to see that dick, though, to be honest with you.
Mm.
Because that's the thing that I always that I don't, because I don't like men.
Yeah.
But sometimes a little chick with a dick might get me going. But if I see her fucking a guy, I don't want to see a guy sucking it.
Right.
That gets me feeling weird.
Right.
I'll tell you exactly where my boundaries are.
Yeah, okay.
Here's my boundaries.
Yeah.
Transgender chick, if she's got to be smoking hot, and she can't have man bones.
Yeah.
Sometimes you could see like the man bones, and I go, it's taking me out of it. And I'm not saying maybe somebody likes that.
Right.
Good for them.
Right.
But I know where my line is.
Right.
My line is not there. You've got to have a beautiful woman's body with a fucking hard cock.
Right. It's interesting because you sometimes in a woman like when they're more
We've discussed this.
masculine.
I like my woman to be as close to a man.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And my man to be as close to a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I'm going fuck a guy,
Right.
which I got to be honest, not really my thing. But
Right.
if I got to,
Right.
I want to bring him close to as delicate and flowery as possible.
Right.
But my women,
Yeah.
give me fucking broad shoulders.
Give me Bruce.
Give me,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like a thick-legged woman with soccer legs and shit. Let me find this girl for you. But that's the thing. It's like, but when I see like the transgender women and they're fucking a guy in the ass,
Yeah.
it doesn't do anything for me.
Right,
It makes me
right,
feel
right,
weird,
right.
and that could be my homophobia.
Right.
But you give me like a super smoking hot chick with a
Right.
dick and she's fucking another girl,
Right.
that gets me going. I'll get going.
Oh
on that.
yeah, that's cool.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's basically like if you watch lesbian pornography, that's the same as like a strap-on.
Yes, exactly. I like a girl with a strap on. That
Right.
turns me on.
Right.
Now here's the thing too, and I want to say this. I'm going to be clear.
Right.
I earned this.
Right.
I worked to get to where I am with watching I used to see a transgender woman with a dick. It bothered me.
Right.
But I've
Right.
through a series of watching videos, I've gotten it. I'm there now. It's the kind of thing. Same thing with Asian women. I never really was an
Right.
Asian woman. Then I dated Tita. Now I love all the Asian women.
Right.
Big girls. I didn't like
Right.
big girls. You fuck one big girl. Now it opens up all the different levels.
Right.
It's like a video game. Look at this chick. And she's not even really my type of chick, but that's a hot woman.
Yeah, that's a hot woman.
Well, she's got a dick.
All right.
A little surprise.
Well, there you go.
But that's the thing too. You can't have that's I would say like logistically. See what stinks is now because you know. Let's be real.
Yeah.
The reality is that
Right.
I wouldn't be able to date or marry someone,
Right.
Because I don't think they can have children.
Right.
I could adopt,
Right.
and I do want a vagina.
Right.
It's fun for a night,
Sure.
I guess. I'd love to
Yeah.
really get myself up there to see.
Yeah, I don't really know because I've never had sex with someone in their butt.
Yeah,
I've never.
I did once.
What?
Go ahead.
You did one. So I don't know. I know the vagina, and that feels that's
the
a great.
best.
It's the best. So it's a tall order. It's a lot to ask on the butt.
It's a lot to ask on the
match
butthole.
that.
Yeah,
So knowing if I never knew
yeah,
a vagina and it was just the butt,
yeah.
I'd go great because that's all I know.
This is all.
But I know about the vagina,
and it's great.
and to go knowing how good that is. I don't know. Technology, creams, lubes come along, and maybe they, gets to a point where it's the same, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
But and that could very well be there now, and that's fine.
yeah.
But
Let
if
me
it's
throw
not
this
there,
at
I'll be upset.
You know how great some big old titties are.
Right.
Then you date a girl with some flat old pancakes.
Right.
You're still being able to be with her, right?
Yeah.
Because like we said before,
Yeah.
but
But I don't want to resent. What I'm saying is, I don't want to resent that.
you don't want to resent what?
The
butthole?
I don't want to resent her for that.
For not being able to get the pussy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like here's the thing too, right? When it all comes down to it, is if for me, it's if I met a girl,
Yeah.
and I was like, whoa, we are
Yeah.
connecting on so many different
Yeah,
levels.
yeah.
She's into action figures, blah blah
Yeah.
blah, and then she's like, I got a dick. I go, all right, it's something I got to deal with.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna I'm not cringing anymore.
Right.
But it's a thing because there's
Right.
something that comes along with that.
Right.
Now, maybe you have a deal. Maybe you go, look, you got to let me fuck outside of the relationship. I love you as a person,
Yeah.
but I'm not getting what I need. I need
Right.
punane. You know what I mean? So maybe we have a little bit of a
Yeah.
deal where I go, all right, you let me, when I'm on the road, I can do what I got to do.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because we're in a relationship for a long time. The sex comes and goes. Sometimes
Sure.
you don't have good sex, and sometimes
Right.
it's a hard time getting there.
Right. Yeah, I got the issue of it being there. It's not, and I have always tried to do this as a joke. And,
Yeah.
it'll work time to time, but it was real. It was a 40-60 kind of a joke of like that. It's like there's always one thing in your relationship you're avoiding.
Yeah.
Whether it's like a topic, in-laws,
Yeah.
whatever it is. So it's like that's just another one.
Yeah.
It's like, well, instead of that, now you're avoiding a penis.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the issue? And especially as you get older,
Yeah.
you're like, I'm not looking for perfection.
No.
I'm looking for good enough. And that's good enough.
I'll tell you what I find to be the grossest.
Yeah.
Well, there's two things. The dick. Here's the thing. I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
Coming, I don't think that bothers me.
Right.
I think it'd be fun.
Right.
Jerking somebody off, they coming everywhere. It's like, that's not something that
I'd love to know.
Yeah,
you know,
guts doesn't.
There's no faking.
That's not the part that grosses me out.
Yeah.
Do you know what does gross me out?
Sure.
Butthole, the space from the butthole to the balls.
Oh yeah.
Whenever I see that, I go, I don't like that.
Balls will really mess you up.
They really will mess you up, man.
I don't know how.
You really got to be wired for that.
God bless women.
But that's the thing is, women. I don't say God bless women for that.
Uh-huh.
Because look, we want to give them credit. We'll give them credit for other things.
Yeah.
They're wired to be okay with the dick and balls. It's in the. They're not looking at dick and balls the way we're looking at dick and balls. We're not wired there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I think a normal girl could go, that's part of the fucking,
Yeah.
You've grown up.
Part of the operation.
It's part of the thing you've always, you know what I mean? It's like the crust on the pizza. It's like.
I like crust sometimes.
Yeah, I like crust. Exactly. You like crust sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for me, where I'm really pushing, I can take a dick at the front.
Right.
And the ball's the front. But that butthole to ball line.
Yeah.
Every time when they do it in porn, when the pornographer says, "Hey, we're gonna get the guy's asshole shot," which is why are you doing that? It's the ugliest thing on the fucking planet.
Yeah, it's true.
Now I do think women, thank you, I appreciate you getting that.
Yeah,
but I mean, I think it's just extra worse. I'd rather see a vagina there.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I wish they could have both a vagina in that
like
position.
Frogs.
No, frogs. Do frogs do that?
They got both parts.
I know frogs can change.
Maybe that's what they do.
Yeah, I didn't really do any.
But some people have both hermaphrodites.
That's the thing. I'd like to see what that's like without Googling it, because I'm kind of scared to Google it.
Weird that I've never seen a hermaphrodite in pornography.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you'd think that you'd have clicked
I feel
on
like
something.
I've been on the real outer rim.
Yeah.
You know, I feel
You've
like
been to the edge of the galaxy.
I've been to the edge of the galaxy.
Yeah.
I've tried my hand at many unsuccessful attempts at hentai that have never taken.
Some are good. Some I like a little bit.
I've tried. I treat hentai pornography the same way I treat candy corn. Every year I give it a shot.
Oh, good.
And every year I go, I don't know.
Yeah.
I get excited and it's not for me.
I think I used to like cartoon porn more.
Yeah.
But I'm out on it a lot now.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't do nothing for me.
Yeah. I was into the cosplay kind of stuff. That's great. But,
that's crazy.
Yeah, the cartoon stuff, I don't know. Yeah, I can't get into it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Some things you don't get into.
Yeah.
What's the outer rim in? What's the thing where you went, ooh, I don't know if I should be doing this?
Yeah, I mean the hentai, any of that, like, cause I love like the web. I like the web dancing cam kind of stuff.
Ooh,
because they're like looking at me.
Yeah,
so I feel like it's like a
and
real
you get that
connection.
little ding ding when the guy's paying the money. Oh, like on those cam girls.
Yeah,
they have like video ones that are recorded from somebody else. And you can hear people doing the ding ding. It's like a bell that's going off because somebody else is paying for it.
Yeah, but I feel like they're in the eye.
Yeah,
and that does a lot for me.
Yeah,
an actual connection. And I know it's horrible. I've seen a couple documentaries, but
wait, why is that horrible?
There's like it's not just them. They work for something else, and it's like a pimp prostitute situation, but like a modern version of it. Yeah,
I thought it was just a hot chick in a room says I'm gonna make some money.
Sometimes it is, but like sometimes it's not, and it's bad.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you know when it's bad or good? Is there a way to know?
I don't know. That's the problem. I don't know. They don't have any stamps or anything.
They should have a Yelp or a comics code. You used to
Right.
have one. You put a stamp on it. It says this is not a slave.
Right. But down to that rabbit hole, you get into role play kind of stuff, and that would lead to the incest kind of stuff, and I couldn't get there. I feel too weird.
Yeah.
Where I'd go, maybe I'd like it. Stepdad.
Well, you don't like stepdad stuff?
Not really. I feel I freak out a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love watching guy fucks his mom. But like, because it's not my mom.
I can't do it. I feel like my mom does that to me too much.
Yeah.
And it's too real.
It's weird because I've come to weird terms with that because I'm like, do I want to fuck my mom?
Right.
No. But I love the idea of a lady who's in the house who has to be there. And she's like, well, since I'm here,
Yeah.
Or like a super hot stepmom. That's fun. Because it's never my mom, but it's just like, I like storyline, and I like any storyline.
Stepmom I'm okay with.
Yeah.
Stepdad, I can't do. I feel like I'm being a bad dad.
No, I can see that. Here's the thing. I'll say this.
Yeah.
I've watched porn where it's like that. If I can so see that it's actors, I'm into it.
Right.
But once I watched one, I went, I don't know if this is.
And
I went, this freaked me out. I was like, I don't know, this is too close to real because that's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to go to those. I tried to watch a midget once because I looked at it like.
It didn't do anything for me.
Well, that's the thing. I said, if I watch it, then maybe it will.
Right.
And then I can add a new thing to the list.
Right.
And it didn't do anything for me, and I felt bad.
Because
I don't want
a bigot.
Yeah. You know, that's kind of the way people used to look at black people probably 100 years ago. They probably look at like, oh, I want to watch a black people fuck. You probably like, oh, they're lesser than, or they're freaks of nature. They probably thought that. You know, that's what that shit is, and that's probably how, you know, where I'm looking at a midget right now, where I'm like, it's not as good as
Some people love a midget though. Some people, because their bodies are different.
Yeah.
A friend of both of ours likes it a lot.
Really?
Yeah, because he said
a friend of both
little
of ours.
people's butts. They got crazy butts.
They do.
So he likes the curves.
I mean, that's a cool thing. That's good to know that's out there.
Yeah.
You know? That's the thing, too.
And I'm not saying this as I'm embarrassed, so I'm saying a friend. It is a legitimate friend.
Yeah, I think you'd say it.
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to say it was me who said that.
No.
And I was like, I'm pretty sure it's not me.
I don't want to out him, but
no.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, it's just that's the thing is we don't have to carry all the weight. There are other people carrying other things. You know, it's like I don't got to be the guy who watches, who likes all of it. There's a guy out there who likes midgets. Let him be the you know, he'll fight that fight.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think about that. You know.
No, I know, man.
Yeah, that's what sucks. I wish I'd come to this sexual awakening earlier in life because I love Tita.
Oh, you think you would have really explored more?
But
yeah, I mean that's the thing, though. I don't know, man, and I'm not saying. I just think if it was that pressing for you, well, maybe it's also a testament to like your relationship, and you want to jeopardize that.
Yeah.
But I think you would just do it. You know?
That's the thing. It's like Cairo.
Right.
I'd have loved to have gone. I may never not, but it's fine. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
All right, it just didn't go. You know, it's fine. It's one thing. Yeah. I'm sure it's doing fine.
But it's not like Comic-Con.
Huh?
Do you know what I mean? Where you're like, I'll do anything to go.
Yeah, no, it's not like, no, I need to do this with my life.
Right. You're like, that'd be fun to go, but if it doesn't happen, I'm not killing myself.
I'm strictly an explorer.
Right.
You know, I'm not gay.
Right.
Which, you know, I don't like to say that word because I don't believe in it.
Right.
But it's not what I'm not 100% needing that. Like, I am attracted to women 99% of it.
Right.
You know? But, like, it'd be fun to see, like, I just want to know how I would react. You know? Like a dick right there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm all talk. A dick right there.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What do you do?
Yeah.
I probably would do not. I'd probably go, oh, God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I used to be afraid of rides, and I made myself get on one.
Right.
And now I'm not scared of them anymore.
Right.
You know. So maybe I could have gotten that ride.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm happy.
But, you know, you're happy. I get it. I understand.
It is what it is.
Yeah. I totally get it.
Yeah.
You're not a tortured person.
Yeah, I'm not tortured.
Right.
I'm an adventurer.
Right.
There's things I'd like to have just tell people I've seen.
Right.
And I think to have seen it from the angle of not being gay is a fun way to see things.
Sure.
You know, I've seen what I wasn't meant to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's something to that.
Yeah.
It's like I was,
right.
You know, funny. I'm not supposed to be here, and I did, and I can report back as a man who...
As a journalist
with pure integrity. Yeah. This is what a dick is like when you... I would like to do reviews of dick. You know, I go, well, this, I jerked it off. What did it feel like? It was soft. It was that. Here's what it is. But
real utilitarian.
Yeah,
real, no frills, no opinion. Just the facts.
Yeah. You know, I'm not a guy who it turns me on, so there's no emotion.
Right.
It's an unemotional review.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's a fun blog for you to start. Greg's unemotional dick reviews.
Yeah, how's this one? Well, you know, I could see there's some, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no rating scale.
Yeah.
Because how could there be? It's not subjective to you.
It's not.
It's all objective.
It's all objective.
Yeah. Just, yep. 5 inches. Red.
You
know?
That should be a fun thing. That's the thing. Dicks are ugly, right?
Yeah.
But we're out here not trying to make them any better. We should be trying to up the dick.
Uh-huh.
You know, vaginas are nice. Let's get our dicks looking good. We'll paint one red. We'll add some...
Well, what's happening? What are people doing? I guess they're getting vajazzled, or they get designs in the hair. What else are they doing to vaginas?
Well, I think we're just...
I don't think they're making them blue or anything.
Yeah, they shave them nice.
Yeah, but that's just hair stuff.
Yeah. But for the most part, I like a vagina.
Right.
I look at a dick, I go, ooh. And women don't want a dick pic.
Right.
So we need to make it so women want dick pics. We got to start jazzing them up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like stripes, poetry. You write some poetry on there. You know, like, you know, the vast earth and it's in this and life and, you know, it's like shit. That's some shit up on there.
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be some way to not harmful, but because, you know, what's you know, okay, they're ugly, but then, you know, sometimes they gotta, you know, not they gotta, but sometimes they're in your mouth.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, how do you make that experience better?
Well, I definitely think that there's probably a flavored creams they have.
They gotta, right?
They do that without a doubt. I've had flavorful lubes before.
Okay,
but I don't know how good it is.
But it's gotta like actually, because I feel like with that stuff, it's like, you know, like protein bars, where like it doesn't really taste like dark chocolate.
Yeah.
You know, or it's like this still tastes. I'm sure they're not. Science hasn't come so far that they're not like, hey, yeah, just like a birthday cake ice cream cone.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, I think we got to do the move like Twitter, where like when you open it, you get a little red message. It shows how many likes. You know, like if there was some kind of reward system with the dick, you know, like every time you suck it, you may or may not get a treat. Maybe I give her a treat every time she puts her lips in my mouth. I'll put a little chocolate piece in her mouth.
Yeah,
like a Pavlovian thing, so that it's more enjoyable. But that could just fuck their brains up.
I mean, yeah. I think we're walking. Maybe not even walking. We're in a very dangerous story of equating a woman to a dog. So
no, yes,
yeah.
But a dog is just a basic human. A dog just thinks it's just a basic level of learning.
All right, let's throw men in here too. So
yeah, of course, men. If your man don't like to eat pussy, I'm saying you put a little piece of bacon in his mouth every time he does it.
All right, cool.
You know what I mean? Our fans should understand that we're not coming from that place.
Yeah.
We're coming from, this is a thought place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is just thought.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm trying to make sucking dick better for everybody. Yeah. Men, women, anybody. You know what I mean? So we do a Pavlovian thing.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like every time you do it, well, I guess that's what rappers do when they would throw money at women, but that's offensive.
What do you mean?
You know, like they take their tops off and you throw money.
Oh,
and
right,
you know, it's
right,
like,
right.
I'm thinking maybe she takes my pants off, $5 comes out. Or I ring a bell.
Right. Yeah, or...
That's how you traumatize someone, I think.
Probably, yeah.
All right. So, look, we thought it out.
Yeah.
And
we haven't gotten there yet.
We thought it out, and we've come to the terms that it's, you know, myth busted. You know, not busted. You know, it's like we didn't do the good job. We're not going to go through with
We didn't crack it.
We didn't crack it.
It's okay. Well, I'm sure we'll give it another shot.
We'll give it another shot.
Yeah,
maybe when Brendan's back, we'll talk to him about
it. That's true.
Maybe he's got a good brain for this kind of stuff.
Yeah, he might have some good insight here.
Yeah. Next topic.
Yeah, well, what happened to the sheet that had all the topics on it?
Yeah, there's 2 topics that I got in my head.
Oh, all right.
We went to a wedding.
Oh, yeah, we went to
a wedding. Did I ever tell the story? Yeah. We went to our friend. Now, we should change the names, I guess, huh? Or no? Does it matter?
I don't know if that matters.
I never know.
Yeah. We're not saying anything slanderous.
Well, I don't know that people want to know that, because I had a relationship with the person we went to the wedding.
Oh, all right. So then just don't say
We'll call her Harry?
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Ebenezer. Yeah, but that's not sexy. I want people to get a real sexy name.
Okay.
Kim. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Went to Kim's wedding.
Uh-huh.
I had sex with Kim in 8th grade.
Yeah.
So that was nice to go see her. She's doing good. She's married some kind of doctor.
Yeah.
But, you know, come on.
We can say a lot of things about this. I mean, yeah, what were you saying? Well, she was coming down. I mean, first of all, we came in there like 2 Hollywood dipshits.
Yeah.
Because this was a wedding of a girl that we went to high school with, who was also friends with popular girls in high school.
The hot chicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So This was a real wedding for Greg and I. I really think there was really not a lot of reason for us to be invited.
No.
I really think...
I don't know why we were invited.
I really think we had a good year comedically.
Yeah.
So she really wanted, in our heads, she wanted to have some star power.
Some real star power.
At the wedding.
Some rad dudes.
So she invited us. So yeah, Greg and I go there, not giving a fuck.
No, we had. I was stoned into my head before we walked in the door.
Yeah, came strolling in, sunglasses on, real cock of the walk. Just pretty on our way to being hammered within 10 minutes.
Yeah, they had champagnes. We had 6 champagnes.
Yeah,
glasses of champagne each.
Yeah,
before we even walked into the wedding.
Yeah, taking fake phone calls.
Yeah.
I
changed your name in my phone to Harvey Weinstein. So every time you text me, I'm like, it's Harvey. We got Harvey Weinstein on the line.
Yeah, talking louder than we should have been about, our careers or whatever. Just really having a good time, hamming it up.
Yeah.
And then the ceremony, it's like, it's outside, there are trees, it's beautiful, they're talking, whatever.
Yeah.
We're just laughing, cracking jokes. I think at one point, I don't know what you might have said about having her first.
Been there.
Yeah.
Like,
I farted, I burped, the whole thing.
It did feel a lot like they were shutting down Disney World. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, man, everybody should. What a real fun place, and now no one gets to go anymore. I mean, it was fun, 20 years ago. Yeah. I'm sure it still is. She was always very sweet.
Yeah, she's great. And I was her husband.
That's kind of shitty thing to say.
That's funny.
Come on.
Her husband was a real short guy.
Yeah, real nice.
Real nice. Real nice
but
guy.
But short.
Which I am a short guy. I'm 5'6".
Yeah.
As you know, doctor called me 5'7" once. Almost kissed him on the mouth.
Yeah.
But this guy, the size of my mom. Like, it's real short guy. And I'm not used to that. Usually, I'm the shortest person in the room. I'm not used to people being shorter than me. So I don't know how to handle it because I don't have a lot of experience in it. So I was, I'm like rubbing this guy's head. I'm gonna put you in my pocket, little pal. Like, so, I
think you called him Stretch at one point.
I'm so offensive to these guys or anybody because it's unusual for me. And I don't know. I don't have any experience in.
Like, I know how to handle a short guy. I've been friends with them.
Yeah, you've been around me the whole time.
I know when they get mad.
Right.
You don't.
No. So I really treat them like leprechauns, and it's unseemly or whatever. So there was that, and then we were just we were having a good time. That's
why I never get mad. Like, that's when people are like, "Don't say this to black people" or whatever. Don't say this to whatever. It's like, nah, man. That's probably because they've never been around a black person before.
Right.
I'm sorry that you have to be the first one that they're around.
Right.
But when you are, then you got to take that for the team. I'm the first Italian people. When I met Tita's dad, he looked at me and went, Italian pasta, ha ha ha. And I went, yeah, all right, funny. You know what I mean? Like, so you have, to some extent, we all have to be the first person that someone does at whatever. As a comedian, we're constantly being like, we'll do this bit, do that joke, do this. And it's like, okay, you just haven't been around comedians yet. So I try to be like, yeah, man, don't do that. You've never been around a guy shorter than you. So you're going to pat him on the head.
Right.
You're going to try to lift him up. See, can I get you over my fucking shoulders? Right. But to that poor guy, every person he meets is probably like doing the same thing.
Right.
So he's got to just be around the same people a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, I understand. It's like even when we went to the wedding, it's like we know we're going to be around people who don't do comedy, aren't comedians. So they're going to ask whatever those questions are that are the same as like...
The same questions every time.
Yeah.
That one girl, she's very nice, but she asked me the same questions. What'd she say? She goes, she said, she did the thing. I was like, I've got so many bits. I could be your muse. They always say that. And I go, I don't know what
I've never heard that before. That's such a weird one.
That's the thing.
I can be your muse.
I've heard it a few times. I don't think they're using
like
it right.
Kate Winslet.
Yeah. I think muse is like I would look at you for material, right?
Yeah, it is. It's just it's like a real grandiose way to put it. I feel like, I could be your muse.
Well, that's my comedy. Then you mean you're a jackass because I do all my material about being an idiot. Yeah, they always go like, "Ooh, add this in your skit," or "What's this? It's scary." And I like to talk about comedy, but it's like at some point, it's the same fucking thing over and over and over.
Yeah. I can only talk about it for so long, and especially, the thing is, like, you're gonna say something because you're not around it enough.
Yeah,
that it's not offensive, but it's just like you don't know.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna not shut you down, but I'm gonna burst a bubble, and I just don't want to do that because I don't want you to feel stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
But you might because you asked something that's stupid because you don't know.
Well, it's something that's ignorant. There's different ignorant and stupid. Stupid means not well thought out.
Right.
Ignorant means not in the information.
Right. So I don't know. I feel bad.
You're laying down again.
I don't want both of us in that position.
You seeped back into bed position. No, but I mean, here's the thing with the comedy thing. It's like people. Not that it bothers me or anything, but it's like they people think it's magical.
Right.
They're like, you're some special person.
Right.
And it's like, no, I'm just a guy. Well, I've just been doing this for a long time.
Right.
You take a joke. That's what people don't understand. It's like, for me, it's like, sure, there's like a 20% of me that might be like, oh, I'm good at finding an idea.
Right.
And then I take that idea.
Right.
And then ask all my friends whether they think it's funny. And then get all their takes on it.
Right.
And then do it 50 times on stage to then make it sharp so that it works.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, that's just work. That's just labor. That's anything any other job you have.
Yeah.
It's that job.
Right. It's just a different kind of labor.
That's the thing that gets me mad when people go, well, I could be a comedian. Yeah. Anybody can be a comedian. Most anybody can be a comedian if you're willing to commit the fucking time.
Right.
Put the work in. You have to, the only thing I think you need to be a comedian is to understand funny on a mass appeal. Like, is to understand funny. If you can tell what is funny.
Right.
Then you can do a billion things and then go, oh, well, that was funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's all about just keeping it.
Yeah.
You know? So you just say 100 different things and it gets a laugh. You go, okay, that was funny. Keep that.
Yeah, it's like you have instincts, and then it's just cultivating those instincts.
Yeah.
And some people have, off the bat, more instincts towards it than other people do. But, you can add on from those. You know? It's like, I don't know, LeBron James has a certain amount of inherent talent.
Sure.
That he worked like crazy to have even more talent. And so I don't know. Maybe it's a thing of like, well, if you have less talent, then you have to work as hard to match whatever that is.
Yeah. You have to work twice. Yeah, like that's the thing. If you're not funny,
right,
you have to work triple.
Right.
So that's the thing. It's like, that's what you should tell people. It's like, can I be a comedian? Go, well, you haven't made me laugh.
Right.
So you're going to have to work 3 times as hard as everyone else.
Right. It doesn't mean you can't. It's just that is the road ahead for you.
Yeah. Well, I always look at you as a guy who, like, you were always funny.
Right.
But you were never outgoing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like, I think a lot of people think they're you. Or they're like, oh, Anthony was quiet.
Right.
He wasn't funny.
Right.
I'm quiet. Right. So I could be funny. And it's like, I don't know. That's not the thing.
Yeah.
Because you'd say weird shit when we were in high school that I would just go, that's fucking hilarious.
Right.
Why'd you whisper it?
Right. Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else that really happened at the wedding.
Well, yeah, we were hammered. I mean, I was drinking the whole time.
Yeah, me too. I ate too much, and then I couldn't drink as much as I wanted to pull off as many bits as I wanted to.
Yeah.
But then I watched the video of us at the wedding, and I was like, oh, no, we were out there.
Yeah, it's because he edited it. Yeah. Tom sent an edited video to us of us dancing. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
I'll put it on the
crazy.
I'll put it in the group.
Yeah, it's something else.
Well, that was the thing, too, that I love Tom. But it was because, like, people thought we were, like, these big-time comedians.
Yeah.
And then our friend Tom came, who was just taking pictures of just us.
And Tom also is, like, Tom is big. He's, like, 6'4".
Yeah.
So he stands out.
Yeah.
And this is a wedding, by the way. Every popular, like, hot girl in high school, whatever, they all married the shrimps.
Yeah.
Everybody there was 5'2" bald Italian guys.
Yeah.
Because they were all wrestlers in high school, which was really cool. But then when you're 35, well, now you're just a boxy midget.
Yeah. That was pretty funny too, because
that was so funny to me.
A lot of those guys were not as good looking as they used to be.
Yeah. And I'm not saying we're any peaches, but we were never.
But that's the thing, is they came down to our level.
They came down to our level.
But now we're just funnier. Yeah. So now it's like, you could have, look what you fucked up in high school, huh? Yeah. You got with that guy who was super hot, and and it's all gone now.
Yeah.
Should have got with the funny guy.
Yeah. And they're all nice. I got no problems with it.
Like, they were.
Nice. They were, for whatever you would think of like mean girls in high, like they weren't ever mean.
Yeah.
They were just popular.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Well, that's the thing. I think the top of that list though wasn't even at that wedding. There was like, they were just like
there were some that were like, oh, you're mean. Oh, yeah. But they weren't there.
No,
they were all real nice.
Yeah, well, Tom's taking these fucking pictures.
Yeah.
And so this one girl goes,
Oh,
are you guys...
yeah, it would seem like we're on a reality
She
show.
goes, are you guys filming something? And I went, no, this fucking guy,
He won't stop.
he doesn't know anybody else here, so he's totally taking pictures of us. And it's very fucking not disheartening, but, you know, the videos look good, but it was just like, it's too much. The camera on you is fucking... There's a pressure there. That's a pressure. I had a hard time explaining that to Tom, but it was like, there's a pressure that now I have to be funny or something because I'm not good looking.
Right.
So, and I can't talk to you because your camera's in my fucking face.
At one point, it was so funny. Jose, our friend Jose, at one point pointed out, and you know, we know Tom is listening to this, and we love you. And the video came, you know, the
video does look great.
It's great. You know, at one point, because Tom was just wandering around taking pictures of anything.
Oh yeah.
So at one point, Jose, I mean, and
Also,
Tom
as we
is
said,
sober.
Hang on, before we get into that, we have to say that Tom also got a brand new camera.
Yeah.
He spent like $100,000
so he's like
on.
super excited about it.
Yeah, and he was really, it's like a brand new toy and he was really excited to play with.
So, but like Tom's sober, and Tom is just taking pictures of like the coffers, the floral patterns, and Jose was like, I mean, Tom is the only people are going to be like, well, that guy is clearly on LSD.
Yeah,
because he's just fixated with everything. Like, just there's so much beauty in the world, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah,
it was so funny.
Yeah. He was at one point 4 inches from the candelabra.
Yeah.
And you just had this up close shot.
You just like,
and I was like, Tom looks higher than all of us.
Yeah, you would just see him put down the camera and be like, have you guys ever seen green before? But really seen green.
Yeah.
He
had that lens. He had one lens that was like crazy. It was like $1,200. And I was like, Jesus, dude.
It was so funny.
Yeah, but good for him. You know, got his fun toy. But
it
was. It's weird, you know. I don't know, man. There is some like kind of a thing that makes me feel like I have to be on. And then I can also see that people are just like looking at us. I felt like people were just staring, and also I was high, so everything seemed 1,000 times more. Oh, and then I felt, and then we were at the fucking fire pit.
Yeah.
We were singing a fire pit.
Yeah.
I go to move my chair onto the concrete to get a little bit warmer. It dips back in the thing. I fell back on the chair, smashed my head on a glass table. There was all these sticks for like people had like a s'mores station. They all flew in the air. And then all the people were like, hey man, are you all right?
Greg fell so slowly.
Oh, God.
Greg fell so slowly and so comically.
Yeah.
His hands didn't wave, but they might as well have been.
Yeah.
And then all the sticks went everywhere for the s'mores, for the marshmallows.
Yeah.
And then some guy went, you got to cut him off.
Hang on one second.
Yeah. All right, I'm up, Greg. I'm up.
Well, you know, it's the thing. You got to be. If you're upright, you're going quicker.
Okay.
Look at the Bonfire. They stand when they do their radio show.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
Yeah.
I could see it, and then I look at you. Also, I'll take 10-20%. When I look at you laying down, it makes me more tired, and I'm not there.
All right, I get it.
And we only got 20 minutes left.
It's going strong.
And I thought I was going strong. We had a good sex thing. The wedding story was fine. Tom, we're gonna get a phone call from Tom.
I don't think we said anything bad about Tom. I think we praised him.
Yeah, I think so too.
And we poked a little fun.
Good seeing Jose.
Yeah, it's great seeing Jose.
I'm trying to think of anything. He was just really fun to hang out with. Nothing really.
Yeah,
nothing really.
Nothing there, but just a great guy to wedding.
Just a great guy.
Yeah.
Did you ever go camping when you were younger?
Well, okay, because we were thinking about doing the podcast outside in the park because it's a nice day out.
Yeah,
so
but
we're going to do a Rad Dudecast returns to nature. Did I ever go camping? No, absolutely not. My family, my mom, no, never.
I guess that makes sense. Uncle Paul didn't take you camping?
No, God, no. We would go to the Caribbean.
Really?
Yeah.
What are the vacations you've been on?
Just the Caribbean. No. Those are the only vacations we really went on.
What's the Caribbean?
The Caribbean, like Bahamas, like
nice.
St. Martin. That might have been it. We went to Vegas once.
Oh, that's fun.
I'm trying to think. Vegas, Disneyland, and then a couple.
Disneyland or World?
Both. Because we had relatives in California. My grandma's sister lived in California at the time, so that was like a trip to visit them.
Yeah.
And then we went to Disney World or whatever.
Nice.
Because I mean, I was real young for that one.
Mm-hmm.
I remember there was an earthquake.
No.
I remember a couple of things about the trip. I remember there was an earthquake for sure. Freaked me out.
What year was this? The year of the World Series?
No. It wasn't bad.
Oh.
It wasn't that bad. But there was an earthquake. I remember it was bizarre. Never experienced that before. Then I went to have cereal, and there were ants in my cereal. Remember that? And I smashed my hand in a door, and I went to Disney World. It was like, and I was probably only there for 4 days. It was like a real jam-packed kind of thing. And then Disneyland, Orlando did that, and then the Bahamas trips. My family just lived beyond their means. Like they're not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I so we did that, but that I think only happened like once or twice, and then Vegas, and that was really it.
Oh, that's fun. How old were you in Vegas?
Vegas, I was 8th grade.
Oh wow!
So I couldn't do anything. So I just went to the arcade every day with my mom. We watched Japanese kids play Killer Instinct.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. But yeah, no, camping, that's out of the question, man. There's no way.
Yeah, George would take us hunting.
I know. Oh, wow. So wait, so you had a gun?
No. He never gave us guns.
Would you have like a knife?
No. He would
shoot. Bare hands. You would hunt?
No. He would shoot the birds, and then we would run and grab the birds with the dogs. He made us go get them, or we would hold them.
Oh, God.
And he'd be like, look at the... And he was like... George was like crazy, but he would take us hunting, and he'd shoot a bird.
Yeah.
And then he'd look at the dirt and be like, look at that. Dirt. You don't see that. And I go, all right, you know. And then, you know, he'd do weird, like, survival type shit.
Yeah.
Then we would do, like, camping, where we would just get...
I can't believe that.
We would just go in tents, and my brother would throw up all over all of us. I mean, my brother and my sister.
Why would he throw up?
Well, because he would do these things where he would go get, like, they do, like, these chili offs, and Joe had something to prove, so he'd eat all this chili, and then he would just throw up. Maybe it only happened once. He threw up all over me. All right, maybe I threw up all over him. I don't really remember what happened.
Yeah. But then you would do the Civil War reenactments.
Then George would take us to these Civil War reenactments.
That was just the Civil War, or there were other wars?
I think it was just the Civil War.
Yeah, well, I guess you can't really do other... Well, I guess you could
do
the Revolutionary War.
They should do Vietnam reenactments.
You have to go to Vietnam. You can't. Yeah.
Well, you know,
you're really stuck. If you're a war reenactor in this country, you're stuck to the Civil War.
I don't think you have to be, though. I think it's just because it's a long time ago.
I don't think you have to be either.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying...
I want to do Desert Storm reenactment. Desert Shield. The lesser one.
Right. Well, that's an interesting thing. Because with the Civil War reenactments, do they do the actual battlefields?
Well,
or do they just go... There's a bunch of grass here. Sometimes this is used for like music, you know, for music festivals and stuff like that. But it's a large thing of grass, so today it's Gettysburg. Or does it have to be on Gettysburg?
No, I think we were just in a large field of grass.
Right, okay.
And they wouldn't like fight each other. They would do things like everyone would dress up like one side or the other side of the army.
Yeah.
And then they would shoot like they had like, you know, targets they would shoot.
Right.
Some people would play the drums and shit.
Right.
Other people would be making chili.
Yeah.
Another guy had a fucking remote control airplane. You know, like there's that shit. But I mean, if you can get that mentality with like Desert Storm, then you'd be like, hey, look, we have parachuting that you can do. We have, you know, fucking the beach. We're at the beach.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You could run through the water.
Yeah, you can play volleyball. Like they're usually playing some kind of sport in those camps waiting for war.
Oh, and like, yeah.
Basketball, volleyball.
No shirts, camo short pants.
Yeah. That's got to be annoying.
Sports?
No. Stopping the game.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're like, well, we got to go to war now. Because, like, you know when you get invested in something?
Yeah, of course.
And, like, you're high octane. Mm-hmm. You're playing basketball. It's like 9-7. It's a heated game.
Yeah.
0.11. And then all of a sudden they're like, no, we gotta go drive 20 minutes to Kabul.
Yeah.
And it's like, are you fucking kidding me?
I know.
Now,
this is the 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
We both got to win.
Yeah. And then, what a way, you know, you're even thinking about that. You're in war, you're thinking about that.
And I bet you there's an asshole
Yeah.
who they come back and they go like, well, they win.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, well, no offense, but Charlie died.
Yeah.
Okay, we were doing good. Charlie was like our key guy.
Yeah. Or the other team is like, obviously I hate to see a brother go, but he was kicking our ass back there. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty, yeah. That's pretty rough. I always just, now being paranoid about.
The reenactment sounds fun, older. It seems like a real more actor thing to do than a tough guy thing to do.
Yeah, no actors.
Right.
It was all tough guys. It's all
so
these
weird.
old like cops,
Right.
and shit doing all
Dressing
this
up in these garish outfits.
Yeah.
Cooking chili.
cooking chili,
saying a bunch
so
of
much
racial
chili.
slurs under the guise of that's how they talk back then. And these were the views. And let's be accurate here, people.
I didn't get any of that.
Yeah.
Also, it was very weird to say this, that like Confederate and North, different. They didn't. Neither one cared who they would fight for. Like you guys who. That's the one thing that I would say. Like all honesty, like you have guys. people who would dress up like the South weren't like people who like, oh, that's a shady looking racist guy.
Right.
They were just all these war guys who like, well, I'll be the. It's like kind of like, oh, I'll be Cobra. They'll be GI Joe.
Yeah.
You know, they were just people who loved the war.
Right.
And it was like, well, I got the Southern uniform. I've got the Northern uniform. Today I'll go as a Southern soldier.
Right.
And I'll do what the Southern things do.
Right.
And the Northern guys, it wasn't like. There wasn't like, oh, the South guys are all secretly in the KKK.
Right.
So one thing I did pick up from these things back then
is they just were big fans.
Big fans of history.
Yeah.
And the war.
Yeah.
From what I understand, I mean, I was 12.
Weird. I get it. It's weird to be a fan of. I guess I don't see. I'm trying to put myself there to see the appeal of it.
Yeah.
And I'm having trouble.
Appeal of what?
The appeal of doing it.
Of the South or just anything in general?
No, man. Of doing just the reenactments.
Well, no, it's fun. Here's the thing. They all they do is study this stuff.
Right.
So they have a huge thing, right?
Yeah, okay.
And then you're thinking, like, it's kind of like cosplay.
Right.
You know, all you read comic books. You start to get infatuated. You go,
yeah.
Well, I'll go to Comic-Con. We get to dress up like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People shit on people who dress up like in the South, but they don't dress up. They don't get mad at people who dress up as Dr. Doom. You know, it's like, oh, these are just... My stepfather is not a Nazi,
right?
But he collects Nazi paraphernalia,
right?
He has a ton of it. He's just infatuated with with World War II,
right,
and this, the Civil War and all that shit.
Yeah,
he's also, a huge history buff.
That's not bad too. It's like, yeah, give a neutral guy this stuff. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Rather than a guy who is just looking at the uniform every day and just going, a brighter time, a better day. Well, give a guy who just like, I don't know, I just like history. So now I got all these like SS uniforms. Well, they're not doing any harm there. That's what I mean.
Well, George would say to me, I believe, George, I found this Nazi flag.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is, dude? Like, it was always around the house. We'd always see shit.
Yeah.
But then I remember being like, what the fuck? And him being like, feel that. That's real.
Yeah.
Don't ever forget. Every time you've ever seen it, it's not been real.
Right.
This is a real one.
Wow, that's crazy.
This is things that people can do.
Right.
Because my stepfather would remake the M1 Garand, which is the gun from World War II.
Right.
And they'd have these like fucking notches on them. And he'd go, these are all the Nazis this guy killed. And you looked at it and you touched that and you go, this fucking killed people.
Yeah.
These were people that happened. And we think it's jokes. I mean, I told you this story. Same thing with the people in the hospital. I met that one guy who was I told him about being scared to do comedy. And he was like, I flew in World War II in a bomber. You want to know fear?
Yeah.
Look at the Nazi flag in reality.
Right.
That's fear.
Yeah.
Don't tell me about being scared about being on stage.
Right.
And I was like, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Like, there is something, and that's what bothers me sometimes with some of this shit. With like the only stance I do understand with like the statues, with people tearing down the statues, is the thing is that like I do understand where that side is coming from. Where they're being like, we need to remember some of this, because it's real.
Right.
I do think that they just looked upon as the statues are more glorifying them.
Right.
But we can't get rid of shit that lets people know that this is real and this really happened.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the Nazis being real is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Yeah, there's got to be a way to do it. You know what I mean? Where like, because like the people that don't want them torn down, they're not making that argument.
People that don't want them torn down, that want them torn,
the people that
want them to stay up,
that want them to stay.
No, they are a lot of them making that argument. But in our community, we don't see that. All we see in the liberal community, all we see is people being like, no, there is a huge argument of people. That's the main argument why they want them to stay up, is that they look at them and they go, this is our history. We can't run from our history.
Right.
Yes, of course, there's a giant fringe.
Right.
I would say there's three major people that I see arguing.
Okay.
And I'm sorry to go long on this, but the three people maybe I see arguing are people who are, this has always been a part of my life.
Right.
And I don't like change.
Right.
So do not change it. You know, like I was raised this way. Now you're taking it down means everything about me is wrong, and that's hard to deal with.
Right.
There's history people who go,
right.
No, this is our history.
Right.
Like we need to look at this. We need to understand that that's there and that was there, and changing it. It's like the free speech guys who are like, everyone needs to be able to say whatever they want, because if we start taking that away, then it's a problem. And I think that's with the same thing with these history guys, where they're like, if we start hiding it, then we're not accepting it for what it is.
Right.
And then you have the third part who are just like racists or just ignorant or just hate everything that Obama or the left want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like those are the major ones I see.
Okay.
And There is a difference. I'm just saying, like, there is a difference between
Sure.
like celebrating it and having it. George isn't celebrating the Nazi flags.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he is.
No, I know, but he has them, and you look at that and you go, "This is real."
Right.
You know what I mean? But when you have a statue of like a Southern general, it does look as though.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess what I'm saying is like the people that are marching.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
They're not marching. Like they didn't pick up tiki torches to be like, we need to remember that these people did wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not getting in the minds of all those people.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like they're marching for a different purpose.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
The
those
most,
people do agree.
what seemingly is like the most, and maybe it's press coverage, but what seems to be the most outspoken of people against these things being torn down are people who are not saying it for those reasons.
See, and this is where I have an issue. Not an issue, but like I always go check myself out from the news and check myself into my in the news reality, which I'm not saying is fake or bullshit or anything. Right. I do see a lot of that, and that very well, I'm sure is true and is happening. But in the reality of people I talk to, but I live in New York, I live in the East Northern thing.
Yeah,
it's like my uncle. The Republicans I know are all people who seem to just are the history people.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we're not in Charlottesville. We're not in the South, so I'm not seeing any of that firsthand.
Right.
I'm just saying my only firsthand experience is this, and I'm not saying it's more valid or any less valid.
Right.
I'm just saying that
exists.
That firsthand experience is more those people.
Yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I'm saying it does exist.
Yeah.
I'm saying in terms of like press coverage and attention, and I don't think that's just strictly because of a liberal bubble.
Yeah, yeah.
In terms of like
no, and I'm not saying that it is either.
Right. I mean, I'm saying that is a that well, at least that's the loudest voice being heard on this issue.
Not even that it's the loudest; it is also the most dangerous. So you're not going to do news conferences on people who are going, come on, I just really like history.
Well, it's also a thing, too, where it's
That's
like, if that is your bag, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not a PC person.
Yeah, yeah.
But the Nazis, or these, like, new Nazis, whatever it is, these people have adopted that as part of their fight.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, well, I can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Not that I can't, but it's tough for me, you know what I mean? To, like, be like, well, they've taken that as, like, the flag that they're waving.
What do you mean, like the Confederate flag?
No. What I mean, just like a metaphorical flag. Like these like white supremacists, white nationalists, whatever, have co-opted free speech.
I know.
As like part of what they do. So it's like even to say like I'm not a PC person, like people they've adopted that platform into their other platforms.
Yeah.
So it's like that's what I'm saying
But that's scary.
It is very scary.
Because free speech is the most important thing in this country.
It is very scary. But what I'm saying is like with the statues, like the voices that are just like, I don't, I'm there because people for like these like reasons of like people need to see what humanity is, what's possible.
Yeah, yeah.
The worst that we can be. Like they're like the other people are like, nah, keep them up because that's that, and all this other like nonsense. So it's like those people, it's like tough for them to even have a voice.
I know
because they're gonna get lumped in with these guys with bad haircuts.
Yeah. But that's the thing, too. But that's what's... And this is going to be a little bit weird, but it's like... That's the big problem now, is that when you can lump in... There's just so much terrible that you could lump in with other groups.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying...
I know.
It sucks.
But as a free speech guy...
Right.
I'm on the side of Nazis sometimes.
Right.
And I'm not on the side of Nazis, but I'm sitting here being like, I want to hear out a Nazi, and I don't think we should be hiding Nazis. I don't think we should be putting them on TV, but maybe a podcast. You get a Nazi in a podcast, and you talk to them and go, "Why do you think this way?"
Yeah.
And then talk to them and try to get them to think not that way.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing that I do I don't know the answer to.
Yeah.
But the thing that I do try to wonder is what's good with, because the big thing I said, well, you're giving them a platform and then they can convert more people, but it's like, what's the line between where you're giving them a platform versus you're just trying to understand someone so that you want to be friends with your enemies is the thing.
Right.
Like I'm not a Republican, but I don't like religion.
Right.
I hate religion, but I love the religious.
Right.
I'm not a conservative, but I love conservatives because you need to go past that line and go, you voted for Trump, but my grandmother's racist. I still love her.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
Nazis finding that
are tough in particular. And
Yeah.
and I'm like, I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
They're tough in particular because of what they had done. So there's historical precedent there. So people, what I'm saying is like,
Yeah.
I think the reason like that people walk a different line with them, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying that people walk a different line with them because there is like people are like cannot have that happen again. Do you know what I mean?
No, of course.
Like, that goes within the minds of people. So like people abandon those tenets because of what they did. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's what's happening.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that. I am saying that with a Nazi, when you just, a lot of times we're not dealing with Nazis, we're just calling people who aren't Nazis, right, and then lumping them in there, which is whatever. And instead of being like, I don't believe in violence, don't punch a fucking Nazi in the face.
Right.
Talk to them. Because the truth is, they're not Nazis because they're evil.
Right.
They're Nazis because they were fucked up somewhere. So why don't we sit with them and try to figure out how to unfuck them up?
Right.
Push their anger other places. Yes, there are some. I don't believe in hate. I believe in what you can have in society and what you cannot have in society.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if you have a Nazi who's trying to kill and hurt other people, you can't have them in society. So instead of hating them, why don't we try to work a way to make them so that not that we can have a Nazi in society, but fix these people so that they can understand the flaws of their ways? Because hating, it's not. You can't have that.
Right.
Does that make sense? I don't know if what I'm saying. Like, when you go to violence, then someone can control your violence. The only way to not be controlled is to say you'll never do the thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I see a Nazi, I'll punch a Nazi. Then all of a sudden, okay, then what's a Nazi? And then people start saying, well, the fascist is a Nazi, or what's a fascist? Well, someone who is saying this. All of a sudden, now I can punch anybody because we've expanded what we're willing to hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you say I'll never hurt anyone,
right,
then you can never be used.
Right.
You can never be used to fucking as a weapon.
Right.
And that's where I'm sorry, we're going a little long, but I hope you don't mind. I just want to talk a little bit more about this.
No,
okay.
that's all right.
I see you're itching a lot.
What? Yeah, well, I just got to moisturize.
Yeah. No, I just get like that's my issue with war. Even though I know we have with war, it's like there's this thing of just saying you go to war. The government asks you to go, you go, and then it's like okay, but at what? But you don't get to choose what. Our government can just say, hey, we're going to go to war with Nigeria tomorrow. Why? I don't know. They got some good coins we want. I'm not saying that would happen, but it's like, well, now all of a sudden, if you just say that no matter what you go, I don't know. That's why I don't know how to put this in a way. It's feelings I'm trying to figure out how I feel, but it's just about like being completely anti-violent. Because if you just don't let violence in your life, then you can't be used. Like the N-word.
Yeah.
At a show, someone goes, if you say the N-word, I'll punch you.
Right.
I go, okay. Well, then that means I know that if I tell you that guy said the N-word, you'll go punch him.
Right.
And I've just manipulated you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So and that's why I say with this Nazi thing, with everyone's like, well, fuck the Nazis. Yes, of course, fuck the Nazis. But me as a person, I want to adopt a thing of nonviolence so that no one will ever make me hurt anyone.
Right.
And I'd rather talk to. There's this black guy. I forgot what his name was, but his story is that he goes to these KKK head leaders,
right,
and talks to them.
Yeah.
And then eventually he has over 35 different high-level Ku Klux Klan's outfits in his closet that he's taken from them because he's made them change their ways. He's like an old jazz player or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and so they said, I'm not going to be a Nazi anymore.
Oh.
And then he has their KKK cloaks, and he keeps them in his closet for every person he's converted.
Right.
That to me is a fucking that to me is what we need to be celebrating. Not, you punched a guy at a fucking protest. Great, because what'd you do? That guy wakes up, now he hates you more.
Right.
Now he hates you more. Nothing more has happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. It's like, what does punching someone do?
Yeah.
What does it really do?
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. You're giving me faces. I don't know what the face is.
My foot fell asleep.
Oh. That's why we need chairs. May as well give the people the good news, right? Are we giving the good news yet?
What's the news?
About the thing, about the guy.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't know yet.
So
I think
we're
talking about the same thing.
Yeah, well,
About
we're just
us
waiting.
being on a podcast network.
Yeah, we're probably gonna. We might be on.
Yeah, we might. Yeah,
we might be on a podcast network.
So then, it'll sound better.
We'll do more things.
We'll do more.
We could call people. We'll have a guy who handles everything.
Yeah, we would
have fix all the things we wanted to do.
Yeah. It would, we might have ads.
We might have ads, which I would be happier to do than the Patreon thing.
Right, yeah.
Because the Patreon thing's, it's very hard.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it's like, well, how much money do you have to donate?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if I hawk some fucking stupid mattress,
then you don't have to pay $5.
Then you don't have to pay $5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally. No, I agree.
Exactly.
I don't want anyone paying anything.
But did you hear me with that other thing that I was saying? I don't know if that was hitting a home or if I just sound like a schmuck.
No, you're just talking about how you shouldn't. If you allow yourself to be violent, then people can control you because they know what buttons to push to make you violent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. That's
sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Why'd you get so sad?
Well, no. I mean, there's more to it. I think that I'm just kind of like I have a hard time articulating.
Oh, well,
which
is
this chick with this dick is fucking hot.
Yeah,
she's some better tits, but that's disgusting. That I said that. I'm sorry, but I'm just saying. You want your Jergens, man?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. No. So I'm just trying to figure out my place in all this. Anyway, where are you going to be at? You going to be anywhere? You got anything to promote?
Let me take a look. I'm not really on the road too much coming up.
I'm in a vineyard show with Jeremy Furtado.
Oh, that show's fun.
Is it?
Yeah, that is fun.
I wasn't sure if it would be fun. I'm bringing Brendan Sagal out with me, so he'll warm him up.
Yeah, that'll be good.
I like that kid. He's a good kid.
Yeah. I'm not really anywhere for a while. I mean, I'm going to Iowa State November 8th, so I don't even, I guess if you live in Iowa, you could go. I'm not sure if you have to go to Iowa State, but I don't know. I'll try to get you in.
All right. Me? Can I open for you?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a college gig.
Yeah, so that means I can't come.
Well, it's just flying you there.
I wasn't really paying attention.
And then you have to get paid.
I was sending a thing. But, yeah.
That's a lot. That would,
yeah.
That'd put me in a little bit.
Put you in? What?
Yeah.
What put you in?
Because I'd have to fly you there, and then I'd have to pay you for the gig.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah. Well, I wasn't really paying attention. I was sending an email as I was just blabbing.
Oh, okay.
But, that's fine.
Okay.
That's it?
I don't really. Yeah, that's all for me.
Come out to the, come do the Rad Dudecast After Dark on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter, Greg Gaston _. There is fun news I wanted to talk about. I'm trying to remember what it was. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah?
No. I don't know. Oh, the last episode was a Cerebros test episode.
Yeah.
If you listen to it, we were testing a show for Sirius XM.
Yeah.
Which with my brother, and I thought it was pretty fun. Let us know what you guys thought.
Yeah,
I was kind of nervous on it.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. You said that afterwards, but I couldn't really tell.
I don't know why. I got anxious.
It was your brother. It was your friend. You get it.
Yeah,